a t-shirt that just says, "That's for my asshole." He would wear that shit too. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Men and gentle ladies, okay? Because why the fuck doesn't anyone say that? Are you ready for your headliner? I think that's as warmed up as you're gonna fucking get. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your headliner of the evening, Tyler Schumacher! What's up, what's up? How we doing? Give a round of applause for every comedian you see take the stage tonight. Up here doing their thing. So, I'm really excited to be here, super excited. Before I start, I just got to share, I got some really great news today. Comedy's been going so well lately that I just signed my first deal with HBO. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I think the special is, it's going to be like, I pay them $12 a month for like the first 9 months, but I get all the channels. It's a great deal. That's not even that good of a deal. I've been doing that joke for like over a year, and I just now realized $12 a month. It's kind of steep for HBO. Getting ripped off. So I was talking with this drunk guy a couple days ago at a bar, and I knew he was drunk because he got up to leave, and I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "Nothing." But the first thing he says to me, he says, "How long you been trying to grow that stash?" He said it like that. "How long you been trying to grow that stash?" And I guess I've built up kind of a defense mechanism to this type of question, because without missing a beat, I responded, "How long have you been trying to finish all of the sentences, the words in your sentences?" Fuck! Oh, and this may come off as mean, but it was Cinco de Mayo, so he was probably the 10th person that came up to me and was like, "Hey, nice Cinco stash, growing that stash out for Cinco? Cinco stash, mustache, blah blah, Cinco, fuck you." No, I've had this mustache for 2.5 years. I almost got a full-grown toddler crawling around my upper lip. This is my everyday look. I wake up, I look in the mirror, and I go, "Yeah, that's the 70s porn star, Jesus cop, lock your doors at night, pedophile look that I'm going for." I'd creep me out too. The only thing worse than a mustache comic opening up with a story defending his mustache is a long-haired comic that follows it by complaining, "You know, ever since I've had long hair, like 90% of my shower time has just turned into pulling hair on my ass crack, people." And you may say, "You know, Tyler, if your long hair bothers you so much, why don't you just cut it off?" And you don't understand. I can't. I'm scared. I'm scared of haircuts. I'm scared of my bare upper lip. I have separation anxiety issues when it comes to hair on my body. Like, if you think this is bad, just imagine how long I've been growing out my nipple hairs. I can almost tie them together. And that's a goal of mine. And let's face it, if I didn't do these jokes up front, you guys would be like, "Does this guy know that he looks like Jeff Foxworthy from Portland? Is he aware?" Yes, I am aware of my redneck hipster vibes that I'm putting off. So I recently was at my little brother's college graduation. He's 3 years younger than me. Graduated from college, and I was filled with feelings of pride, elation, and what the hell have I been doing for the past 3 years of my life feeling. And I got comforted, kind of, because of this interaction I heard between my brother and his friend. Keep this in mind, they are college graduates. They were describing a party, I think. my brother says, dude, we raged so hard, wasted. I was so sick, dude. Shit went down, and then shit hit the fan, and then shit got real, dude. But you know how we do. Shit was fire. My little brother's friend just goes, that's what's up. And I remembered, oh yeah, I've been maturing for the past 3 years of my life. And I tried to translate it for my dad who was sitting next to me. I said, Dad, he had no idea what was said. And I said, all Nikki, he said, really entertaining party. I drank till I threw up. After the beer ran out, some people got into a fight, and then the cops came. But you know how the cops treat white people. And after they left, we all smoked weed. My dad goes, that's what's up. I haven't gone on a family vacation. I haven't been in the car with my parents in a long time. And I forgot how much pride my dad takes in packing the car. He gets off on fucking loading up the car as efficiently as possible. I asked him, I was like, how was the trip so far? He picked me up in Tallahassee on the way to Orlando. How'd the trip go so far? And he says, well, I set the alarm for 5:45, but I didn't need it. I was awake before it went off. He likes to subtly, I set the alarm, but I don't need that fucking clock. And he goes, I woke up early, loaded up the van. Your mother was taking a long time to get ready, so I went across the street, helped the neighbors load up their van. And I haven't spent a lot of time in the car with my parents together in a while, and I forgot how much they like to bicker back and forth about nothing. About nothing. They spent the entire rainstorm arguing about how fast the windshield wipers should be going. My mom was like, no, put them up all the way. You need to be able to see. And my dad's like, you never turn the windshield wipers up all the way, because what if it starts raining harder? And then what do you do? My mom's like, this is not a game, it's our lives. And my dad's like, everything's a game. A lot of pictures were taken last weekend. And the thing about my mom with picture, I'm not saying she's stupid. I would never say that. But I've seen how long it takes her to take a picture with her camera phone. It's at least a minute and a half a picture. She sees a Kodak moment, it's like, hold on, hold it right there. I gotta find my purse. Where's my purse? And then I gotta find my phone, and I gotta turn on my phone, and then I gotta find my glasses, and I put my glasses on, and I get the phone set up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile, say spaghetti. I don't know, do I hold it? It's not? Okay, I'm trying. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile, say spaghetti. Oh no, I think I'm recording now. My mom has so much trouble with technology that we were talking about Snapchat. It's an app you can take time-sensitive photos, send them to your friends, they disappear. Snapchat. And she goes, I've heard about this Snapchat. I know what you kids do on the Snapchat. And I'm like, Mom, that's not what it's called. She said, what is it? Is it Chap Snatch? Chap Snatch. I know what you kids do on the Chap Snatch. You take pictures of your privates and you send them to your friends and you think they're gone forever. But no, they're floating somewhere out there in Chap Snatch land. And one day, they're going to use it against you. A couple of things here and this. Mom sounds really paranoid. Apparently about some interrogation situation where the government's going to blackmail me with my own dick pics. Your Honor, I'd like to present Exhibit A, Snapchat 2012 of my client's scrotum. You notice the hand drawing? It looks like a water tower with veins, and the level of detail is extraordinary considering the small size. But I'd like to point out that can this be actually a dick pic with no dick in it? The defense rests. And did you say Chap Snatch Land? Chap Snatch Land, Mom. That just sounds like kind of like a board game that I want to play. It just sounds like Candyland and Rugburn, you know? Chap Snatch Land. Chase the rainbow. Oh, where was I going with that? So speaking of segues, my parents got divorced when I was like 5. So all that was about step-parents and anyways, they got divorced when I was 5. They moved right across the street from each other. Right across the street. Every time we ran out of something, we had to walk over to Dad's, knock on the door. Hey, Dad, Mom wants to know if we can borrow a cup of sugar. He's like, I give your mom a lot of money every month, so you guys can always have cups of sugar. Do you even have cups of sugar? Like, okay, here's a sweet little packet. Tell your mom the rest is in the mail. Good. Glad you guys appreciate divorce humor. It's good inside. Divorce is good though, because without divorce there would be no such thing as step-parents. There would be no such thing. And honestly, raising another person's kid and loving them as you would your own is like one of the most powerful things you can do in this world. Seriously. Give it up for step-parents. You don't have to. You don't have to. That was rhetorical. If you want, whatever. I'm just saying. And I love my stepdad. He's great. I got a stepdad. His name is Carlos. He's from Argentina. So there was always English phrases that he would have trouble with. Like he would mess them up when I was growing up. And he would say, like, you know, people always say, just let sleeping dogs lie. You know, don't mess with it, man. Just let sleeping dogs lie. And instead, he would always say, you just gotta put lying dogs to sleep. I don't want to sound like I'm beating off a dead horse here. Put lying dogs to sleep. And people always say, you know, I don't have a dog in that fight. Keep me out of it. Instead, Carlos would always say, I don't have 2 cocks in that fight. But I'll be a monkey's knuckle. Do you think your mother's gonna let that bear shit fly? That's bear shit! Sometimes he would just get his mammals mixed up. And the last one, people always say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. More than one way to skin a cat, man. And instead, Carlos would always say, no, 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 leave the skin on. That's where all the vitamins and nutrients are. I can't blame them though, words are hard. Words are hard. It took me way too long to stop mixing up the words splurge and splooge. Way too long. I'll still show up to places and mess up, like, hey guys, sorry I'm late, I got paid today, so I decided to go splooge at the mall. It's my girlfriend's birthday. I wanted to do something nice and go to the mall and splooge on her. Is that so bad? It's tricky. Whatever I said, I love my parents. I am honestly glad that they're my parents and I am not my aunt and uncle's kids. And if you don't get that joke, your parents are probably the weird ones and your cousins probably not. Thank God I dodged that genetic bullet. Because they homeschool their kids, my aunt and uncle do. And parents that homeschool their kids are weird. Because they choose to be around their kids 24/7. Why would you ever choose to definitely be the reason your kid turns out the way he or she does? Because normally if you have a dumb kid, parents can blame the schools can blame the parents, but if you homeschool, you decide, well, I created this life, I should probably ruin it also. Homeschooling robs your kids of valuable growing up experiences. Like, it's the first day of school, you excited? Who's your teacher? Mom? Again? Shit, I heard Mom's a bitch. Yeah, why can't we have you this year, Dad? Homeschool kids never had to take the bus. While you were out there learning about rejection, experiencing the shock of getting on a bus for the first time. Hey, can I sit here? Can you be my friend? Can I? Oh no, too far, I gotta go back. I'm just gonna sit down in the aisle now. Homeschool kids are sleeping in. I guarantee if you explain the concept of a bus to a homeschool kid, it blows mind. So you're telling me that I gotta get up early to then go outside and wait to get bullied? And my mom's not there at all? That's a bus. It is. It's a disservice. It's a disservice. No, scratch that. What I really want to know is there in fact a strong positive correlation between homeschool kids and kids that do karate? Is there? There is. Okay, good. I'm not the only one. I have 3 cousins, different aunts and uncles. All 3 of them are homeschooled. All 3 of them do karate. That's a trend. That's a coincidence. I asked this question to somebody before the show, and he goes, I don't know, but there is a strong positive correlation between homeschool kids and kids with rat tails. I said, really? He said, no, but I never miss an opportunity to make fun of a motherfucker with a rat tail. I'm glad you think karate and homeschool is a thing, too. It's like the parents almost know they're creating this bubble of a person. They're like, listen, honey, we know you're going to get bullied. And frankly, team sports are just going to be impossible with this kind of control we've imposed on your life. And just go out there and not develop socially. That's what you got to do. You're telling me that if you're a teenage boy and you all of a sudden get a random boner in your class, and the only people in your class are your mom and your sister, and you're not going to turn out weird? But it's not your fault. There's no peer pressure because there's no peers. There's no, hi, I like you, will you sign my yearbook? Because there's no yearbook. And it's a shame, too, because stay cute, have a great summer can be a hell of a motivator for a little 13-year-old. When I say motivator, I mean masturbation inspiration. You know, things that inspire you to masturbate, you know. I don't have to tell you. It's true, because when the boners begin, this is going to be like Bill Cosby explaining random boners in schools. When the boners begin, you don't know what is or is not going to make your penis pop. You don't know. When you're going through puberty, you can get hard just at the thought of the word succulent. Today for lunch, succulent creamed corn. Oh, they creamed it? Oh, you creamed it. God, that's a provocative food. Random boners are a thing, I'll prove it. Fellas, did you ever in middle school just say no when the teacher asked you a question only because you had a random boner at the time? I said, Tyler, you want to come up on the board and show the class how to work this problem out? Nope. Not trying to show the class anything. I'll work out this problem in my pants. The bell's about to ring and I gotta calm down. Lunch ladies and thongs, lunch ladies and thongs. That's what you do to calm yourself down. If I was homeschooled, it would be my mom and a thong, you know, you get it. That's why they're so weird. That's why I'm glad I'm not on those kids. Because they are a bunch of rednecks also, in addition to homeschooling their kids. I come from a long line of rednecks. Well, it's more like a circle than a line. I come from a long circle of rednecks. I remember going to my aunt and uncle's big redneck wedding. I remember it was catered by Hardee's. I remember their wedding vows. They said to each other. My uncle, his name's Norman, dressed in NASCAR, head to toe. It's time for the wedding vows. He pulls out a lottery ticket. I don't know if you guys know this, but rednecks write their wedding vows on the backs of old lottery tickets. And this is what he says to my aunt. He says, "To my little fried pork chop, I love that you like the same kind of potato salad as I do. I love how I can share things with you like my deodorant, toothbrush, racist thoughts. I think it's sexy when you cut your fingernails with scissors and floss with a piece of your hair. Remember last Thanksgiving when you beat up my preppy nephew Roger? Just for saying that NASCAR was a big waste of gas? I get a quarter chub just thinking about it. But most of all, I love how we can agree on things like, if we have a baby boy, we're going to name him Dale Sr. And if we have a baby girl, I'm going to leave you. And that's when my aunt, her name's Normanda, she's got the David Cassidy mullet, more tattoos than teeth. She pulls out a Bass Pro Shops receipt from her cleavage. I don't know if you guys know this, but redneck women write their wedding bells in the backs of old Bass Pro Shops receipts. She says to my uncle, "To a little trouser snake, I also love how we like the same kind of potato salad. That's so funny you put that in your vows also. Your ignorance towards food excites me. I love how you refer to saltine crackers as badass motherfuckers." Like we say, "Hey, do you want some more saltines in your soup?" And I say, "Hell yeah, keep those badass motherfuckers coming." I remember when we first met, we were outside of the Walmart. You came right over to me. You said, "Hey, I don't know if your vagina has a way of getting home, but if you want, my mustache could give it a ride." You had me and I don't know. She finishes, she says, "Most of all, I love how you look like a hotter version of my dad. Except you don't hit me as hard." Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out.
Schumacher, always a treat. Yes. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. If any of you want to get involved, get up here, get in on the fun, please see the man standing over there behind the bar.